Hello everyone, I'm Max, and today I'm here to maximize your fear. Brand new Bigfoot footage that's shocking the world. Today we take a look at new Bigfoot footage and sightings coming from Canada, Utah, and many other places with very convincing evidence. From HD Sasquatch trail camera videos to Bigfoot hunting clips and so much more. Also stay tuned for a special and crazy nature clip at the end of this video. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. So grab your I Found Bigfoot coffee mugs and allow your fear to be maximized as we recap the best new Bigfoot videos that aren't AI. Here is a new Bigfoot video coming from the remote woods of Canada. It was just highlighted on November 20th, 2025. The uploader states, "I have two trail cameras, one pointed towards a hillside and one pointed towards a hilltop." He shows us the footage taken by both cameras. At first, the hillside one just shows some deer roaming around. It doesn't really show anything weird going on. But the hilltop camera showcases something else. First, we see a hairy bipedal creature making its way through the background. It's kind of hard to see because of the dense vegetation and snow, but we still get a good look at its overall shape and outline. It's a rather large figure. But from the other angle, we get a better look. Snow falls and reveals the same large, upright figure. It's hunched down there, and it's standing on a slope, so we can only see its upper portions. It has the typical domed head, strong build, and hunched posture of a Sasquatch. The owner of the cameras has claimed to have caught a bunch of stuff like this on his stretch of rural land in Canada, and you may have seen some of his similar videos before. He claims these Bigfoot-like creatures roam all over his land, and judging by his footage, they really could be. And Canada is essentially the Bigfoot capital of the world, with most sightings coming from there. Tall bipedal creatures are a typical sighting in certain areas, but could this man's rural property be one of those so-called hotspots? Is he really catching these creatures on his trail cameras? Let me know in the comments down below. The following is a super interesting Bigfoot sighting. Two friends are driving down a secluded forest path and they're side by side. This was a common thing for them to do, to take their off-road vehicle and take it to fun and scenic places to drive around. Well, that's exactly what they were doing this day, just driving around, talking, and enjoying each other's presence. And this time they were even filming their adventure, because they thought it would be a fun memory to have. But little did they know the memory wouldn't be as fun as they thought.
Disease where you get to drink all the time. Says, you meet a girl who's got the same disease as you do. And he's got a talk show.
As they drive along and are immersed in conversation, an out-of-place figure can be seen. The man has his eyes on the road the whole time, completely unaware of whatever was in the woods. I couldn't find the exact date that the video was taken, however it was uploaded in 2021. This was before AI was really a thing, so we know this one can't be the result of any kind of artificial intelligence. But slowing the footage down and looking closer, we do indeed see a Bigfoot-like creature. It's running effortlessly through the dense woods. We also notice that something weird is going on with its arms. The left one is stretched out forwards and bent at a strange angle. And the other one moves quickly and looks thin. This told some video analysts that the creature wasn't human. Some skeptics weren't really moved by the footage though, claiming it was simply a person in costume running through the forest. The uploaders stick to their story though, and say they really had no clue what it was and didn't even know it was there until they watched the video back. Believers also point out its arm posture like I said earlier, saying that a human couldn't possibly move like this if they wanted to. I don't know though, another mysterious Bigfoot video to keep us wondering. A video keeping the legend of Bigfoot alive. Now some of you may have seen the infamous Provo Canyon Bigfoot video that came out a long time ago. It originally came out in 2012 and amassed over 7 million views on YouTube alone. It's one of the more famous and believable Bigfoot encounters on the internet. But not many know that 2 months later, a different witness filmed a very similar creature in the same area. But this footage was even better than the first sighting. Check it out.
What the?
This Provo Canyon sighting from late 2012 is one of the better modern Bigfoot videos because it mixes a dramatic moment with a very natural, unstaged setting. The footage is short, a little shaky, and not the clearest, but not bad quality by any means. But the story behind it and the reaction of the man filming made it stand out. Reportedly, a man was hiking in Provo Canyon, Utah, just above the city of Provo. This is when he spotted this creature. He began filming, not knowing what else to really do. At first, the huge Bigfoot is walking across a hill. Then it stops and hunches down behind some trees, like a tactic to remain unseen. The man breathes heavily and remains filming from behind the small wooden fence. Then the beast suddenly stands up and throws a rock right towards the man filming. Likely a warning, telling the man to get away. The man doesn't waste any time. He sprints away as fast as he can. Now if you haven't seen the original Provo Bigfoot footage, I'll go ahead and show it to you guys real quick. Here it is.
Yeah, I can't see. Is it a bear? You think there's a bear up here next to a deer? Yeah, we probably should be too close to it, huh? Cool though. Just go.
Because the creature's similar appearances and same location, many believe this was the same creature in both videos, even though they were taken 2 months apart. Some believe this region could be home to its very own Sasquatch population though. Perhaps these creatures weren't the same, and there's a family or a group of them roaming the area. Over the years, many have said these are 2 of the best Bigfoot videos of all time. There are 7 main reasons for this, and here they are. The setting feels right, the creature's movement looks natural and unscripted, the camera work feels accidental, not staged, the reactions in the videos sound real, the size and the shape of the figure looks odd for a person, it fits a pattern, and last but not least, the video doesn't try to sell itself. These videos have also stood the test of time, with nobody being able to fully debunk them. So let me know what you guys think. The Blue Mountains, on the border of Washington and Oregon, have long been one of the hotspots in American Bigfoot lore. Dense forests, deep canyons, and long stretches of wilderness make the area feel like the kind of place where something can remain hidden pretty easily, something large and unknown. And for many people, the most famous shadow over these mountains comes from a series of strange footprints linked to a man named Paul Freeman. Here are 3 photos that come from Walla Walla, Washington, in the Blue Mountains. These images were taken in December of 1991. Each picture shows a similar, strange-looking footprint in the snow. The prints look human-like, but larger, and especially wider than usual. The prints are round, but have distinct toe marks. One of the reasons Freeman's Bigfoot footprints get talked about so often is the detail people claim to see in them. Some of the casts he's made over the years appear to show toe movement, midfoot flexibility, and even faint skin-like ridges, details that would be difficult to fake with a simple carving or wooden stompers. That level of detail made some researchers take the evidence seriously. But not much more is known about these images specifically, like if he made plaster casts of them or not. Regardless, his evidence is some of the best. He dedicated many years of his life to tracking down this infamous unknown creature, Bigfoot. A creature that many of us believe in, but a creature that Freeman himself knows is real. Let's go ahead and take a look at another unique and very believable Bigfoot video. The video was uploaded on July 28, 2025. It was submitted to the Bigfoot research group Rocky Mountain Sasquatch by the man who took the video. The witness writes, quote, "Bigfoot watching my dog play in the eastern Sierras back in May," end quote. He recalls the elevation at that particular spot was approximately 10,000 feet, and the Bigfoot sighting occurred right when he started recording. The man was just trying to film his dogs playing, but accidentally caught what looks like a Sasquatch. The dog sees it too, as it's staring right in its direction. The dog sees it run by, but it doesn't really react much. It just goes back to playing with the other dog. The witness recalls, "It's quite apparent this creature has dark-colored fur. It's not clothing. It's very natural looking. I think this is the real deal." Rocky Mountain Sasquatch analyzes the footage and points out some important details. They say that not only does the figure have a domed head seen in most Bigfoot sightings, but it seems to move too smoothly for a person. We don't really see the figure bounce up and down at all like humans do when they walk. It almost glides. The Sierra Nevada mountains, stretching down the spine of California and into Nevada, are one of the West's oldest landscapes tied to Bigfoot lore. For more than a century, strange sightings, odd tracks, and campfire stories have kept the Bigfoot legend alive in this mountain chain. Long before the name Bigfoot ever existed, several indigenous groups living in and around the Sierras had stories of large, hairy, human-like beings. Depending on the tribe, these beings were described as forest guardians, tricksters, or dangerous wild men who lived in the high country. The important thing is that these stories weren't isolated. They appeared across the region, suggesting that encounters with mysterious figures in the mountains had been happening for generations. And there are so many other stories just like this from the region, but if I got into all of them, we'd probably be here all day. So I'll just stop here. But I think this specific video here was really good. And the fact that the area has some pretty crazy Bigfoot history, it makes it all the more compelling. Here is another pretty strange Bigfoot capture. This one comes from a golf course in Pennsylvania. The caption reads, "PA golf course Bigfoot snapped by a trail camera in 2023. It's a dark, hulking figure 6 to 7 feet tall. It was reportedly spotted by the 9th hole at dusk." The photo depicts a grainy scene. We see a creature with the textbook look of a Sasquatch. The being is hiding behind a broken down tree. Even though the footage was taken in the dark by a trail camera that doesn't have good low light capabilities, we can still see it surprisingly good. Just look at its face. It looks human-like but primate-like, exactly how Bigfoot's face is said to look. From its strong bone structure to its slightly puckered large lips, huge nose, big forehead, prominent brow ridge, everything about this one says Bigfoot. Its body shape too. I believe this photo even made it onto the famous show called Finding Bigfoot. But a Bigfoot being caught near a golf course is interesting. A lot of golf courses are pretty remote and have stretches of woods within them. During the night, theoretically, a Bigfoot could seek refuge within one if it needed to. But I think this is the first Bigfoot capture on a golf course. Let me know what you guys would do if you ever came across a Bigfoot while golfing. I'd probably invite him to the match. Who says Bigfoots don't have good swings? This crazy Bigfoot encounter was originally recorded in 2009, but not many have seen it. It just resurfaced on January 9th, 2025. The caption of the video reads, "Deer being stalked by a Bigfoot." A man was out hiking when he found a long gravel path. Once he reached the path in the clearing, he saw a group of deer just standing there. Captivated by the amazing sight, he began filming them. This is when a huge, unknown visitor makes itself known. It seems this Bigfoot-like creature was stalking the deer. And we can tell the being is there in real time because the deer watch it intently, turning their heads with it as it walks along. The dark creature stops and stares at the end of the path for about 5 or 6 seconds. Then it walks away, puzzling the hiker and the deer alike. As the creature walks away, this is when we can really comprehend the sheer size of it. Its back is huge, and its arms are long, and it seems to be covered in a layer of dark fur. However, skeptics argue these claims. They believe the supposed Bigfoot is not a Bigfoot at all. They think it's just a large person who walked out onto the path like this. But why is he acting and walking strange then? Some say you can see that the man is just wearing a dark sweatshirt when you pause the video and zoom in. Others are completely convinced this is a Sasquatch, and point out the way it walks, swings its arms, and its overall look. It's definitely an interesting debate. What do you guys think? Is it just a person and we can't tell because it's so far away? Or is it truly a Bigfoot, stalking and watching the deer and the hunter? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed these Bigfoot clips, you're definitely going to enjoy today's nature clip. This one comes from a wildlife photographer named Christophe Courteau. Back in 2015, he captured one of the craziest pictures of all time. The photo itself is scary for sure, but it's the story behind it that really makes it terrifying. This day he was photographing gorillas. Specifically a 6'6", 400-pound gorilla. He was snapping away as this gorilla rushed towards him. It got closer and closer and boom, it punched him right in the face. These are the photos he took right up until the last moment. Now I'm sure this hurt pretty bad, but he was completely fine. The gorilla was upset because they were in his territory and he was just protecting his troop. But just look at this picture though. You can see the gorilla winding up, its arms swung back, ready to come forward and punch him. But he committed to taking the photos and got one of the best captures ever. That's dedication right there. He definitely has heard the famous saying, the cameraman never dies. I mean, this is a prime example. Those silverback gorillas are huge, strong, and powerful. They aren't typically dangerous to humans, as long as they aren't threatened, startled, or provoked. They spend most of their time eating, resting, and moving quietly through the forest. They usually avoid humans if they can. But this one didn't avoid the humans at all. It did the complete opposite. This has to be one of my favorite photos ever. I mean, it would be a different story if the gorilla actually killed a man or harmed him, but the fact that everyone, including the gorilla, made it out of the encounter pretty safe, it makes the photo even better. If you ever come across one of these gorillas in the wild, never mess with them, because they can do way worse than just punching you in the face. Alright, I think it's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, go ahead and smash the like button's mom. Let's aim for 5,000 likes for another one of these Bigfoot videos. And if you want to get to know me more, you want to see more of my spooky content, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Maxwell Fear, or you can go ahead and follow me on TikTok, Maximum Fear YT. And be sure to subscribe to the channel, because only 20% of you guys who watch my videos are subscribed. And be sure to hit that bell as well so you don't miss when I upload. And also feel free to check out my special Maximum Fear merchandise and coffee mugs. They're in the description down below. And shout out to my second channel, More Maximum Fear, where I post other scary content that you guys would definitely love. Alright, I hope your fear was maximized. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.